Disaster. Let's go to here, YouTube Studio. I think so. We've got on here Paul Binney, Kingsong 16X, 2,000 miles, and a Kingsong S18 300 miles. So we're just going to wait for people to come back in. Let us know if you're actually there. Welcome to the new YouTube live control room. When do you want to go live? I think I'll just say start now. Oh, I can't do it this way, can I? YouTube.com.
If you go to the YouTube channel,
you need to go to the YouTube channel and actually get the thing. So there we go. Go back here, play a video that I don't want to play, then do a pop out. So we're back on. Okay. Who's on with us? That's the question. Is anybody on with us? Are you on Facebook, Mary? Because you need to go back to the original post that we put back in, saying here's a live feed, and then link them to the live feed so they can get back in. I think it's probably a way of doing it. This time it doesn't appear to be the internet at all. It was a bit of hardware that we've got here just went, nah, there's no internet, and it offered no other networks available. So we're now back up again. Not stressful at all. Being the fact that we've prepared all day for this, it's really nice that it cut out a little bit in. So welcome back, everybody. What did you miss? You missed us running around going, ah! Like that. Pretty accurate. So whilst we're here and people are coming back in, I did say Paul said he's got a KS16X 2,000 miles and a Kingsong S18 300 miles. As Dal Meek has pointed out, Mario equals hardware. That's exactly right. It's Mario's fault. Fleming has said InMotion V5, a V10, V10F, V11, and approx 3,000 kilometers in total. Now, we were talking about, as you flow back in to this, we were talking about batteries. So welcome back, everybody's there. David Ben, Dal Meek, Omidel, EVX, David Ben, and Omidel, and Fodrox. They're all back in, so they're back in the chat. You asked a question about batteries. I was answering it, and then because Gotway watching, they took the connection down. And Douglas Ingram. Hello, Douglas. Haven't seen you for a long time, or seen you online for a long time. You've just missed us losing the entire live feed. If these weren't covered over and the batteries straight down the road, you could potentially puncture the batteries and you'd have a battery fire. So from what I saw from eWheels one, it's real annoying for them and sad that, yeah, sadly they lost some of their shipment essentially from it. But when you ship loose batteries, yeah, that's the problem. We ship them and I hope they ship them properly, and thankfully they usually do. But you only have to get someone with a forklift. If they're loading onto a pallet, come in with a forklift and nick it, or even worse, you have a pallet, especially if it's wooden, nails up through the top. If you're missing a slat and there's a loose nail there and you plonk a pack of batteries down on top of that, major problems. You've got a metal nail sticking up through. So there we go. Z10 still in hiding, Douglas says. Rich Skull, feud just started. I knew I'd make the start. Thanks, Rich. You missed a whole of us running around like mad trying to get this stream back up after being online. So, yeah, back up. Finally. Missed the show. That's Pekka. I think you mean you missed it being on rather than you missed it. Hopefully so, because you haven't missed it. It's live right now. So one of the special little features we're going to do, as I was explaining earlier, was we're going to show you on electricpeople.org. So if you haven't been on electricpeople.org, get over there and go and post some content up. I'm going to go back through it in a minute. I'm going to go to the electricpeople.org and scroll through, and anything that looks interesting, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna bring it up. So it's on the screen right now, I think. And as you see here, look, this is where you are. So you just log in. You've got all these down the side. This costs us £100 a month to run this site, to host it. So please use it, because it literally is a service to the EUC community. That's all electricpeople.org is there for. If you have any snagging with it, let me know. So just go to info@speedyfeet.co.uk, email in, just let me know you've got an issue, or message me, PM me. So you can grab me on here as well. I'm under Speedy Feet, the username. You can actually direct message people with on this platform. So you can direct message and say I'm having an issue with X, Y, Z, whatever it may be. The whole platform is there for you guys to post up content and video outside of Facebook or any of the social media platforms that no one's signed up to. So a lot of people aren't signed up to Facebook, or they aren't signed up to whatever, Instagram. And here you can display pictures and short videos and things like that. It's not as smooth as these billion-dollar social networks. But there we go. So we've got a few posts. Let's scroll on down now. If you're adding something to electricpeople.org now, then let us know in the comments and I'll try and go back and have a little look. Actually, I'll wait 5 minutes. If you want to post something up, picture of your wheel, you got a question, so you can post like you're used to on social media. You can question or you can start a discussion. There's 3 things you can do. And so discussion allows you to embed things. You can add a photo or video with a post, or you can pose a question. So it comes up in bold, and then below it, you can add your question to it. You can also search in the top of the box. You can search your questions. So if you type in wobble, I think it is. If you type in wobble, you've got all different things. So you've got a discussion in the results there. You've got a discussion. Let me bring this across slightly so you get a bit more of it. You got wobble, and then you've got all these people that have posted that have mentioned a wobble. So it's pretty powerful tool. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to try and index all that stuff and then bring it to the forefront. But if you put wobble, you get an article from us. That's why I typed in wobble, because I knew you'd written something 10 months ago. Wobble, speed wobble, breaking wobble. And then you've got people who've liked all that. But then you've got 5 replies at the bottom. So you've got people's thoughts on it. They can comment on it and say, well, no, I don't agree with that. Whatever. You get it all on there, down there. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty interactive. There's stuff on there, like I think we posted a video, something transport mode, possibly. Different videos. There we go. So discussion, Sherman transport mode, lock mode, showing you how to put it back into lock mode. So it's essentially a big, massive site with loads of information on it. So if you wanted to know how the Sherman is put back into lock mode once you've plugged it in, we've had that asked several times, so we posted the video to do with it. You can go over there. It's under a tag called servicing. As you'll see here, this is where it is. It says servicing. So you can tag posts with a specific topic. Topics that are already created are there. So if you're posting up about a Monster Pro, you own one and you're posting up pictures and stuff like that, you can just tag it. And so people can actually look through. If you click on servicing, you can see anything related to servicing in here. So there's all sorts of different things people have tagged with. Unlock your veteran Sherman's, how to relock it. You got all this sorts of stuff. So I've just got an in-motion viewing, sound clicking. So it's put it into servicing unicycles. You've got all this motor pillar removal for V10. All those sorts of videos and stuff like that all in one place. And home will take you back. Not only that, you've got your reputation up here. Now obviously it's high for us because we post a lot of stuff. Lee Finch is really close behind. He is catching up, 3,127. And then look at all these other people below that haven't quite got as far as that. But yeah, and eventually once you get to a certain height, once you get to 1,000, then you're promoted as a forum poster, as a trusted forum poster essentially. So you have a little tick by your name. So I think Lee Finch, there you go, look, he's got a blue tick, so he's verified essentially. And he posts up all sorts of stuff, look. So he's got his electric mountain bike, so it's not just for EUC. I've selected the whole thing. It's not just for EUC, it's for anything electric with electric propulsion. So cars, scooters, electric motorbikes, solar. You can see it all down there. So there we are. Let me go back. Welcome back, Ian and Mario. That's Marcus from Sweden. Welcome, Marcus. Remember Marcus? He can remember Marcus. Got jailed. So Mario got jailed. Mr. and Mrs. Wheels, good evening, everyone. You are clocking on. I've seen some of the videos you posted up. Learning away, riding. It's brilliant. Richie, hi, everyone. Hi. Mr. and Mrs. Wheels, KS 16X at 50 miles and M10 at 5 miles. Sherman at 50 miles. Marcus, if I buy from Speedy Feet and live in Sweden, do I now need to pay import fees? You absolutely do, Marcus. So you need to buy your VAT, basically, your tax. But it is really simple. Now, I posted an article up on speedyfeet.co.uk talking about this. You would have before had to pay 20% from us. If your VAT, for sake of argument, is 20%, you won't pay our 20% anymore. You'll pay it on import. So you don't pay 20% from us. The UK government doesn't get that 20% anymore. But when you import that product, you'll just pay the 20%. So it's pretty much the same. You're only at a disadvantage if you say your VAT rate was 40%. Bit of an issue because you're going to be paying 20% more. But some people are less than 20, so they're quids in. And some people are the same or a little bit more, 21, 23, whatever, something like that. So essentially you don't pay us, but you pay your own government now rather than ours. Pretty simple, really. Works like that. So the answer is yes, which sounds bad. You do have to pay import fees. Only in terms of VAT, mind. Don't think you pay duty at all across the whole of the European Union. But you pay VAT. Rich and Jack's journey. Will there be a ride out in the Forestine after lockdown? As soon as we can do a ride out, we definitely, absolutely will be doing a ride out. Zandra, hi, how do I buy a hoodie, please? Well, you buy a hoodie by going to speedyfeet.co.uk, clicking on merch, and I thought you should put something on the screen then. You looked a bit excited, Mario. You click on merch, and from in there, you can buy the hoodies and stuff.
You can show them.
I can show them what my hoodie.
On the computer.
On the computer.
If you open
Oh, yeah, I could do. Let's do that, Mario. Let's get all technical. Let's crash it back down again. speedyfeet.co.uk. And in there, look at this. Merch. Boom. And then you got a hoodie. There they are, look. And then you got Bruce posing with a hoodie on. If you haven't watched that video, go here on our website and go and watch that video. Because Bruce needs love. And go and comment on the video. Hashtag Bruce on the video. So we are nearly as cool as Bruce. Get down with the hood. Really nice quality hoodie. Blah, blah, blah. See, look. All these lovely reviews. Love it. Good stuff. That's where you go. Matt from Bath, in the house. Finally, Z10. Sorry, I'm let and probably missed all the good stuff. No, you missed the feed crashing. And me gabbling on. EUC Addict. Welcome, Matt, by the way, as well. EUC Addict. KS18XL, 3,600 miles, but sold it for a Monster Pro. Michael King, what's up? All been a long time. It has, Michael. Where is your viewers video? You didn't know it was on, did you? So can't blame you. It will be on next week. Wednesday, we will be back again. Hopefully it won't take all day to prepare and get it all up and running. But send your viewers videos in. Now, I think you can message me them from electricpeople.org, or you can send them in to, ideally, the email address is info@samson.media. Info@samson.media. Send all your videos, your pictures and stuff there. Mario will be picking up that inbox. So if you want to have a little chat with Mario, tell him how handsome he is and stuff like that, and how muscly he is, email in, just let him know. He will appreciate it because he gets no support here whatsoever. He is bullied. Borderline abuse is Mario's catchphrase, which I like. Borderline abuse. If you haven't seen that, it's Speedy Feet Weekly. Go and check it out. I hide behind the door and jump out on him. And as an employee, he says, that's borderline abuse, which I found hilarious. He was serious, but I found it funny. I think you need to wear the flashing hat to celebrate your return. Where is the flashing hat, Mario? Mario has been wearing that for some time. So he kind of took it, commandeered it. He wears it on the bus, the train. He wears it everywhere. He's definitely not frantically looking for it behind the cameras. In fact, Speedy Feet Weekly. Shall I get... That's not my camera. We've got our own little cameras. I'm going to talk about these in a minute because I thought you guys might be interested vaguely in this. But I'm going to do a live... For the live feed, this is for the Speedy Feet Weekly. And you guys now watching this Speedy Feet Weekly, we are currently in a live feed. And there you are, looking at me. That's what I'm looking at. We're talking about that, and we've got the chat up here, look, which is what I'm looking at. So there we go. You are going to see this on Speedy Feet Weekly. And that's the Facebook comments and stuff. So there you go. And I've been blinded by these things. Little bit of an insight behind the scenes for you. That is what that's always around. That's in our pockets now. We're starting to shove these in our pockets and carry them everywhere so we can do the live, the weekly show for you. Oh, look at this. That is perfect. Look at that. Ideal. Richie says, I love this whole community. We love you too, Richie. Richie says, I learned to unicycle during the first lockdown and had absolutely no idea that EUCs existed before that. I managed to nab a 9.1 C+ off eBay a few months later and never looked back. Good man, you're on your road to that intelligent category. So climbing your way up, the more EUCs you own, especially when you buy from speedyfeet.co.uk, the more of them you buy from us, the higher intelligence goes. We used to give out badges, and we still got them, Speedy Feet logo. And it was based on how much you'd spent. And so you get gold as the top badge. It's not made of gold, it's like a cheap badge, because we're tight around here. Had no idea you guys did a live show. You wouldn't have known that because we've been off air for quite some time because of the lockdown and stuff like that. But welcome on board. Yeah, and you're saying the problem is you need to save it for a bigger wheel now. Exactly right. I want a hoodie. Well, go and buy one from speedyfeet.co.uk and go to merch. Who's just retracted messages? I saw them pop up. We can watch them back. You've retracted a message, which I saw, which is now live. So there we go. Mr. King, fun story. I ordered a used V10F in perfect condition from Amazon to try if I'd like the mono wheel. It was full of scratches by the time it arrived, and I was lucky DLH had to repackage it. Wow, got smashed up on transport. That's not very nice, is it? Was it still usable? Never got a badge, only bought a few wheels though. Exactly, not warranted. Not warranted. Don't get a badge for that. So God knows what happened to it. So naturally I complained about the scratch, and the most amazing thing happened. Amazon gave me a full refund and asked me to keep it or throw it away. Quids in. Quids in. Order to avoid shipping it back. Got a free V10F sponsored by Amazon. That is absolutely brilliant. That is really, really good. So, Dalmeek says, I taught my son during the first lockdown too. He has now sort of stolen the MCM5 and is saving for an MSP. Well, tell him congratulations. How old is he, Del? First of all. And while you're writing more questions in there, and I'll get behind, because that's what always happens. That's my mouse there. That would have been quite useful. Find a little hiding place. Put that over there. So first up, shall we go through this now? So if we're out filming some videos, and I can't see the Ronin on here, which, you know, I might have mentioned it to Mario about bringing the Ronin as well, but might have forgotten about it. So we use the Crane 3. So this is a gimbal essentially. So it stabilizes the shots, and we stick a DSLR on it. What we're currently using, which I can't show you because there's no way of showing you apart from when you watch it in Speedy Feet Weekly, and you've probably seen them. We've got Canon C100 Mark IIs, and we've got two of them, so we've got dual. So we've got one here and one over there, and you'll notice that the shots keep changing. That's Mario with a control panel essentially changing them over. And so at the moment I'm on this one over here, which has got an orange light above it, which is some other equipment we won't talk about. But Crane 3 is what we're using right at this moment in time. So Mario carries that. This can be held in multiple different ways, so it can be held that way. This can actually flatten down. We leave it on usually, but you can actually take it off. Yeah, so you can remove that completely. Little joystick here. You got the whole lot, and it's powered by some batteries that sit inside it. They're rechargeable batteries. We take them out to recharge them. You've got a focus wheel and stuff on the side we don't use. But other than that, we've got this. Now, I've got this because Mario had a small accident with the Ronin. It's a small one. It's never quite worked the same since. And that was when he first started working for me. The poor lad, one of the conditions was he learned to ride an electric unicycle. And obviously he could film. But filming whilst riding one is a bit of a leap when you're brand new. And here we have the one that we hardly ever use because Mario broke it. The Road, just like the KS S18 that he broke. And name the other wheel he broke. V10, V10F that he broke. Broken. He claims it was already broken. This probably was already broken. Came like that at the factory. But this actually, it does work right, doesn't it? It's a bit glitchy though, isn't it? With the motors or something have jammed, haven't they? I've got the audio clip of Mario, which I added as a ringtone to my phone. It only took about 2 days to do it. Of him coming off, and it's him going, ah! But yeah, so we hardly ever use this at all. But similar sort of thing. So again, it's a gimbal, stabilize the shots. I think that's actually better. What do you prefer? Yeah, Crane. Yeah, yeah. I think we've had a bit of a hate relationship with this thing. It's probably really good. It's just that we don't know what we're doing, and yeah, we've never gone back to that really. We've just left it there, put that there. Lovely. So that's the two gimbals. We use that with DSLR on top of those. They've both got plates. And actually, can you get this, Mary? Are you able to? Can you see that? I've just noticed it. If you hold that up to the camera, show them the mud that's caught in the. What are they? They're communication ports of some description, aren't they?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, my arms aren't that long, but can you see it?
Okay.
Yeah.
On this one.
Okay. But anyway, there's a load of mud. He's not that keen on showing you a close-up shot because it's only going to be laugh at him, isn't it? But there's mud packed in that thing. We cleaned it up as best we could. What was that? First time you used it? Second time you used it? 800 quid, wasn't it?
We used it a few times.
Ah, shame. Yeah, poor old Ronin. Okay, next up, we've got a Hero 9. So this is the Hero 9. Extendable arm on it, out to a suction mount, which is here, and is now likely to fall over. So that's a Hero 9, a naked Hero 9. This is a GoPro Hero 9 with a mod kit on it. So the mod kit, you basically have to rip the door off. And then you've got this GoPro inside. No, can't do it with this thing on the bottom. Let me take that off. So if you're looking to film whilst you're out and about, this could be really good, so you can film in 5K if you really want to. So you go back to a naked version of it. At the bottom, you've got the little things that you attach to your little mount. So you flatten those down, it then slides in. And what it gives you is it connects to the USB-C, gives you a 3.5mm jack out, so you can put a microphone when you're filming, when you're riding and filming, but it also gives you a muffler. So if you're using a naked one, you get a lot of wind noise when you're riding along. So this is for guys that are interested in filming. I'd recommend that mod kit. If you subscribe to the GoPro cloud service, you get half price pretty much on a lot of the accessories. In the UK you do anyway. I assume that's worldwide. And you get cold shoe mounts, so you got one to the right, one to the on the top. Yeah, there we go, there's that. And then there's this other Hero 9. So we got 3 Hero 9s. And this one has got the mod kit on it, but also a light kit as well, which you will see. Is that on? Yeah. You will see in Speedy Feet Weekly. Boom, 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 boom. There you are. Oh, there we go. Mario's going to do it. So there we go. Let's turn one of the lights off for us so we can see that a bit better. The flashing thing's a bit weird. So, and then you can take it off. You can make it even sharper if you want. You've got a little cover on it. Powered by USB-C. So if you want to charge it up, as in there's batteries in there, you charge them at USB-C. The GoPro is charged by USB-C. And then we put a little Rode Go microphone on there. So put the receiver in there and it plugs in with 3.5mm. And so that's those two that we're using for logging at the moment. This is a Hero A7, Hero Black 7, that's attached to a clip, different type of attachment. This is Osmo Action, very rarely use that. Those two now are becoming a bit more redundant. This is the Insta360R, I think it is, so it's modular. So the battery pack pops off the bottom. Hardly ever use it because it's just a pain in the ass. The format's not quite as easy just to plug in to your Mac and use it. Comes across, actually breaks down, so you can have a 360. We've got the 360 module somewhere, never really use it. And then you've got this lens on there that you can put on, and it all unplugs and it can go sideways and all sorts. You can do all sorts with that. Very, very rarely ever use that. Got it, was a bit disappointed with it and never really bothered. So that's kind of our recording equipment. We got a Canon 80D and 2 C100 Mark IIs. Yeah, and that's kind of it. So that's that. If you've got any questions on those, I can probably answer those. Fun got that one. Dell says his son is 18. So there you go, he's learned to ride. Tell him congratulations from us. Just got a WG2X gimbal for my GoPro. Good stuff. Let's see some footage of it. Send it to viewers video. Post on electricpeople.org as well. I have a question. I read of people whose V11 cut the power during rides. Is that a known common problem? Says Mr. King. Well, I can only answer as honestly as I possibly can based on what our customers have experienced, and no, we've not seen that at all. We've seen broken saddle parts, the side bits. They've got the smaller plastic lugs on them from the earlier models. They've updated that since. We've had one where we've got one in now, you'll see on Speedy Feet Weekly, where the bolts which hold it to the rails that go up and down the suspension, they've come loose. Should have been Loctited in, weren't, have come loose over time. Customer returned it back and we swapped it out for a completely different wheel. So we've got that now. We've got new parts for it and it will be fixed and put up online cheaper. So if anyone wants a cheap V11 or thinking of going V11, we've got a used one that'll be up on the site at some point, probably a couple of weeks time. If all goes well, we think that the loose, the bolts coming out and the vibration has actually damaged the control board as well, which sits above. We think that's knackered that up, so it might be a few more weeks. But there we are. So no, we haven't seen a cutter issue from that at all. No, not on the V11. Not something we've had to deal with. VAF, old retired dude, says V8F, 300 miles and one wheel pint, 700 miles. 700 miles on a one wheel pint. Wow. There we go. It's been repaired. It has been a long time. Welcome to the chat. Omadal, I have seen also Barch 3 and 4 of V11B with bearing broke. EVX said all hollow motors are prone to bearing failures. Yep, so the bearing issue is a known issue, which is supposed to be resolved in the latest generation of the V11. Essentially, what InMotion will be doing is just swapping out for brand new motors, which is good, but it's also kind of crazy because it literally is just the bearing. So I've also got the 16X that we've got, the KS16X. That's got a really noisy bearing, but it's had a noisy bearing since about 1,200 kilometers, and it's done about another 1,500 miles since that. So it just runs a bit noisy. Never done anything with it. It hasn't affected the performance at all. But yeah, from that point of view, it's all good. So I probably should do, if you've just joined us, go to electricpeople.org, and if you've got any interesting content, post it up, because I'm going to go through and just highlight some things. So we've got EVX, who was also watching live at the same time. In case people haven't seen the sport we created in New York City, we hope you get inspired and start your own teams. EUC Street Polo. Street Polo. So now Rich Skull in Bristol was it last year or was it year before last? It must have been the year before last. Wow. Lockdown last year, weren't we? We did polo on open playing field. That was interesting. And there is actually a league of polo players because we got a guy that sells for us into that community. And so it's people that play polo on a horse, traditional. And then they actually have a whole area, and it's televised. It's properly televised. And there's a whole team and groups of people that come down and play professionally polo. So I'm just going to play this now, if it works. I don't know how smooth this will be on a live feed, but there we are. I don't think I can maximise it. Have we got sound coming through, Mary, do you know? Don't know if it'll work or not. I don't think I can turn it up. But there we go. That's the footage there. I can't full screen it, which is a shame, isn't it? Don't think I can. Let's no, can't full screen it. Boom. That looks pretty good fun, doesn't it? Where's that then? Because then that it's got a maple leaf in the middle. Is that some team that I'm not aware of because I'm a British person? That's the question I've got for you. Why is there a maple leaf in the middle? I thought that was Canadian. Not that, you know, I'm not very cultured. But there we go. That's them playing on there. So thanks for playing that. Interesting. Has anyone else ever played that? Would you fancy playing that if you haven't? And who's going to build up a great GB team and go out there and smash those Americans? Absolutely smash them. You up for it, Mario? Yeah, he says. He's holding up a sign that says, I'm very, very keen. Just arrived from Poland today, Ivan says. Rear and front mud guards and nose cone for the Gotway MSX. Only about £40 for all three. Is it going to load? There it is. Boom. Looks very good. 16X, did he say it's for? Boom. No, MSX, sorry. So MSX front and back. Good stuff. Oh, Ivan again. Right, glide on in style. So Ivan did send me one of his t-shirts, actually. And Speedy feet at the back. That's the most important bit. So that should be front and back. Never mind the picture on the front. Just boom. Speedy feet, speedy feet, speedy feet, speedy feet, speedy feet, all the way down. No, that's a good job. Like that. Looks pretty cool. Then we've got a comment about electric scooters. The government's advisor will not report back on whether to give electric scooters the green light until the end of October. Great. Shap's plan to get e-scooters on the road hit speed bumps. The government's advisor will not report back on whether to give electric scooters the green light until the end of October. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Some $2 billion was allocated towards cycling, walking and new modes of transport to also relieve pressure on buses and trains. Especially in this lockdown period where they're encouraging people to split out and travel alone, you would think they'd just say, yep, go for it. Scooters, electric unicycles, go for it. There we go. Let's go back. That is frustrating. Oh, what have we got? I've got to go back to the beginning there. There we are. That's Lee Finch's thing. So we go down. What else we got? We got scooters. Oh, we got that. Look, Speedy Feet weekly episode. Go give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. Let me go to our live feed. See if I can actually see if anyone's commented. If I'm ignoring you on Facebook, it ain't my fault. Don't blame me. Got to refresh it. There we go. Oh, we have got some comments on there, I think. Cosette says, well, just more stuff to talk about next week, Ian. I really enjoyed watching the week show. Keep them up. I think that was after we got cut off. Yes, commenting. Hi again. So this is all good. Stream back up. Okay, cool stuff. We've got, someone's got for sale a Dualtron Eagle Pro for sale, if you want to have a look at that. We've got, boom. So anyone want to buy that off Richard? then pop along to electricpeople.org and have a little look. It's probably in the for sale section, I should imagine. How would you feel about having a Discord server for the electric rideables community? The idea is to allow live, let's go and click on that because it's a topic. Idea is to allow live communication with each other as well as help with rideshare and getting news out to everyone.
I found this on the web.
Did you? It's really helpful. Go and vote on that. We've got 25 votes for good idea, don't care, 10 votes. And 17 votes worth checking out. So you can go in there, see that on electricpeople.org, go and vote. You know, something might actually get done about it then. All the way back down. Monster Pro video. Jonathan Worley, just testing the new Insta360 One X2 camera. Full review coming soon, it says. Okay. That's just us again, isn't it? Now, someone's liked our post, so it's pushed it up, you see. Then you can vote on stuff like this. Look, for all the road riders, would you say an EUC is safer on the road than a push bike? Assuming both riders are experienced. Let me know your reasoning in the comments. And so here you go. Look, there's all the votes on this. We've got 67 votes. Do you expect to see any new wheels in 2021? If so, what would you like to see come to the market? A veteran Sherman with suspension and a wheel specifically focused for a use on mountain bike trails. Okay, let's have a little look. I'm going to carry on up here. So we've got... it was really windy. Power is knocked out for over 24 hours. Says it's been repaired. Duncan R. Is KS16X is a good competitor to the V11 nowadays, taking into account that there are a lot of people with bearing problems even after installing new motor from InMotion. It depends if you want suspension or not. The 16X, as far as I can see, has become one of the overlooked wheels on the market, which is strange because it is a cracking wheel. It's really, really good. It's just overlooked massively. But you're talking about a different size wheel as well. V11's a lot bigger. KS16X, of course, little 16 inch. It's quite a big wheel, but it ticks more boxes, the 16X, because it can be a commuter wheel, as in pick up and carry, etc. It's quite compact, quite a tight wheel, and the thick tyre wall makes it a really nice road ride off-road. So definitely don't discount a 16X over just because something's newer. Definitely consider it. It's a cracking wheel. So yeah, unless you really want suspension. Now, when I rode the V11, it was lush. Go out on the road, you could hit stuff, and you just don't feel it. It's just real smooth. Ross Kellen, you see the 16X went for eBay for £1,250. I did, because I think you linked it up. Someone linked it up and sent it over. I think it was on electricpeople.org. We started a league here in the States, says EVX. That's for the polo. So British guys are going to have to get their act together, and then when you haven't been naughty boys anymore, we might be allowed to travel over there. Only 100 miles on it. Teams forming across the US. That's the New York symbols for our parks. Oh, okay. Okay, so the maple logo in the middle of that. I don't know what that would be. It's not a football field, in type of our football field, or soccer field. Don't know what it's for, but there we are. Looks like fun. Any updates in EUC tech for EC community to look forward to in 2021? And EVX says, seems most of the tech info is a bit secret as of now. I've got a few NDAs, but amazing stuff coming this year. So it always pushes on hard and fast, electric unicycles. Just go back a little bit. Go back to 2014. It's not that far away, is it? We had the 9-watt one, which I don't know if it's in shot. Yeah, it is. It's in shot. That one there. That's on the wall. That doesn't boot up. Board's gone. But those were the bee's knees. When that came out, I was like, wow, that is one good-looking wheel. And things, haven't they, come along quite a lot. It's a polo court. There we go. It's a polo court. That's what it is. It's now been rebranded a polo court. Right, Sherman with some hot boy looks. Veteran Sherman don't need suspension. I would kind of like go along with that. I think I would go along with it. Mario's trying to go. You have to bring it round here. You can't just pass it to me. You need to come in and say hello, because I've got to put this on the weekly show as well. So yeah. I'm going to press that button on there. Will it boot up? It has. Yeah, good old GoPro. Mario's off in the middle of a live show. So this is the commitment that he's showing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mario, for your commitment.
I need
Just
to-
leaving me.
I need to get the bus.
Why do you need to get the bus, Mario?
Because
Explain it to the people.
I don't have a car at the moment.
Why don't you have a car, Mario?
Because
You're dancing around the issue here.
because the car broke.
The car broke, did it?
Yeah.
It's weird that these cars break on their own, isn't it?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, it came out of a junction without properly looking, and
Did you?
so.
Live and learn, don't you?
Yeah.
See you then.
Now I'm leaving the bus stop.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, it was my pleasure.
Yeah.
Bye.
Love you.
Okay.
See you. You actually said love you back. He said love you back. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so yeah, it just left me now. So that's great, isn't it? So I'll just do it all on my own. My elbow. Right, okay. Nothing wrong with the 9.1E Plus. Trying to ride it backwards today. Good man, says Ross Kellen, that was. Finrio V11 will change you comfy, comfy, comfy and speed. You're right. It is. Especially when you unlock that speed. There's a video on our channel where someone sent me the thing on how to lock it by tapping the logo over and over again. And I thought it was a big wind-up. And I actually did it. I was like, what? You can unlock this thing, but only for a short percentage of the battery life. So there we go. So just to recap before I round up here. It is viewers' videos. You can send those in to info@samson.media. Send them in there. Mario will pick them up. 1 minute, don't forget. Otherwise, the axe comes down. You get your video chopped. The other thing, actually, I'm not going to go quite yet because we have got viewers' videos here, I believe. But I have been stitched up here. Mario will have saved them somewhere. Yeah, so we've got some stuff sent in. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? This is going to be really interesting, me trying to do all this on my own. We've got some photos sent in, so we've got some graphics here. I can see those, that's good. Video sources, let's see if I can... okay, yeah, we have got some viewers' videos, so they're separated out. They're not in order. So I'm going to play those now. I have no idea what this content is. Mario's done it, but info@Samson.media, get it right in a minute. Send your stuff in there. You can also post on electricpeople.org and we'll pick it up each week, run through that timeline and pull out stuff that looks interesting. So go on there, start some discussions, start some polls and all that sort of business, you know, that juicy stuff. So let me pull this across now. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to assume that the sound works. So I'm going to try and do a sound check while I send it across to make sure you're actually hearing it. Ancient headphones on. Here we go. Here's a viewer's video. Okay, I don't think there was any sound on that one anyway, so whatever. That's some CCTV footage showing them leaving, two of them, early start, going to work on their electric unicycles. I know this because it says Derek, early start. Then we've got Finn from Denmark. Let's see what he has submitted in. Don't forget this was last minute, these people submitted this, because we only decided we're doing the show today. Here we go.
You really have to go to 12 bars before you can sing the blues. You really have to go to 12 bars before you can sing. This is fucking absurd.
There we go. That's Finn's. What a cute little dog. Notice how the dog and the M103, because it's so small, fits in the pushchair. And then we got John Hawley has submitted a video. This is a plug for his channel. So here we go. There we go. That's Jonathan Worley's channel trailer sent in, organised last minute today. So that's the viewers' videos for this week. We've also got some photos that were sent in. Let me have a little look here, see if I can give these graphic overlays. So they're just some shots, they're fulls from Derek sent in. Let me see if man can get this right. Here we go. Preview to program. I wonder if I can put 2 in here. Bear with me. Can I do this? I think I've got the intelligence to do it, just about. Boom, there we go. There we go. That's Derek mid-fall. Mid-fall. So, you know, we all know his pain. We've all been there. I'm pretty sure we've all been there. Let's get that out there. So that's a photo of Derek mid-fall. This is Christian's submission. Let's have another look. They're not in order, so I'm gonna you have to bear with me. So this is trying to maximize that a little bit. Bring that in. This is Christian's M Super V3 from the looks of it. You got the grey foot plates. They've now changed to black since the days. He's got a carbon fibre finished panel, so that must be a 1600 or a 1300 because you can tell by the raised size panels. So the 820 have flat panels. So there you go. But he's also got his own pads he's made, so he's cut them out of a massive foam block, giving him a huge amount of torque advantage. So if you ever wonder why people use cheap pads, as I call them, also available on speedyfeet.co.uk, you can get those pads from us, but you then can also make your own. If you don't want to buy them, you can make your own. Cut them out of a pad, shape them, mould them, any size you like, completely customise them. So the world's your oyster with pads. Thanks for sending that in, Christian. And then you've got a picture of Derek's wheels that him and his son ride. Let's see if I can maximise this anymore. There we go. Boom. There we go. There's 2 setups for you. Got an MCM5 there, look, on the left, with a torch attached to it. What is that red thing stuck on the side just above the foot? The leg support. What is that? Is it a bell? It looks a bit like a bell stuck to the side. Is it? That's my question. Derek's watching now, so he'll be able to tell me that, all being well. Let us know. Let us know, Derek. What is that stuck on there, that red thing? And you've got some reflective tape and strips on there, I see, and your own little power pads made up. Good man. That is good. So let's get rid of those. Boom. Oh, and there's another picture here of, you're asking about the pads, you know, thick pads. This is Christian's thick pads from the side. There we go, you see? And so that's a side image of the pads that he custom made, built himself, and stuck to the side there. So if you want extra torque, you want to lean into it, and you want to brake quicker, you can get those pads. They'll work wonders. And who would like to see? Here's another shot actually from the other side, and here we go, of Derek's and his son's wheels. Derek is saying it's a neoprene cover for the external beeper when it's raining. Okay, you've presumably drilled through and pulled the wires out and put a beeper on the outside, and you've got a cover on there. I see, that makes sense. I was wondering what that was. There we go. So a bit of customization there with the torches and stuff on top. And again, these aren't in order. So here's that pad before it was applied to the wheel. So that's pretty sweet. So you got a pad there. If you want to make your own, do it. That's a pad. That's what it looks like. Boom. Done. And just to finish off, this is another one of the fall off the MCM5. This isn't Derek, this is his son apparently. There you go. It was at this point. What's happening? Mario's back.
Oh.
What are you doing back?
Miss my bus.
You miss your bus?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, good.
I can finish
That's-
the live stream.
That's because you stitched me up. You were punished for stitching me up.
Yeah.
So, ha ha.
I should have stitched it up earlier.
Yeah, you should have stitched me up a lot earlier than
Yeah.
before you did. Exactly. So learn that lesson. Leave earlier than before. When's your next bus?
In an hour.
Yeah. Right. So is this questions you've had here? It says hi and how you going. There's a picture here you've put here. I've covered the side panels.
That's the email from
Okay.
that links with the
That makes sense now.
that explains. Yeah.
There we go. So that's the side pads. I've covered the side panels of my wheels with some carbon fibre wrap. First attempt, yeah, it tricked me. I thought they were side panels. I was confused by the fact they were carbon fibre looking ones. I was thinking they never made those. What's that all about? And also, in the meantime, my power pads arrived. I've made this power pads out of yoga block and used some strong Velcro to keep it in place. Might be a good idea for whoever wants a cheap DIY power pad. It does the job. Keep doing your great job, mate. Ciao. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much for sending that in. Yep, so in the meantime, he's actually getting some popper pads. In the meantime, he made those up. Very thoughtful. Right, well on that note, don't think there's anything else to display. Think we've done the viewers' videos. Submit them for next week. If you've got any questions and stuff, let us know. And we will try and answer them. Videos and stuff, we can edit them up and put them on. We'll run through electricpeople.org. And don't forget to go to speedyfeet.co.uk, buy your accessories and everything like that. And we'll try and help out. So yeah, I will see you guys on next Wednesday, but you will also have a Speedy Feet weekly on the Monday come out that Mario edited up from all the footage that we've captured. So be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like our videos, and share them and become part of the community. So we'll see you next week.